High diving, as easy and natural as falling off a 10-metre high log. I'm on a mission to become a high diver myself, although I'm not entirely sure it's a good idea.
I feel like I'm going to pass out. That's nuts.
Yeah.
To accomplish this, I'll have to vanquish all my fears. Put my body in shapes it's never been in before.
My goodness me!
And take all the hits that any would-be diver has to take. I've got just 10 days of training to get from total novice to a competitive standard, ready to dive at the FINA Grand Prix in Sheffield. I'll be diving alongside some of the best in the world, and I'll be judged as they are judged, in front of a live crowd, the world's press, and a TV audience, and the only way is down. I need to see what on earth I've let myself in for. So I've come to Plymouth to see a high diving competition called the Armada Cup, involving some of the best divers in the country. It's enough to scare anyone witless.
And there's a challenge for me just to walk up there, let alone jump off. Just walking up there, just climbing those steps. Because that's awfully high.
Divers from the age of 13 upwards leap off boards at 5 metres, 7.5 metres,
Goodness me.
and 10 metres. They seem utterly fearless. It's an awe-inspiring sight.
There's no fear at all. It's a long way down, isn't it? But what a great dive. That was sensational. I have absolutely no desire to go off that 10-metre board whatsoever. It's unnatural, isn't it, for someone to do that? Yeah. Incredible.
All the dives are gripping to watch, but the ones that go slightly wrong and hit the water at an angle, a painful angle, make for uncomfortable viewing.
Yeah. So if you get it wrong, that's going to hurt, isn't it? If you land on your back.
But the star performer of the night is local boy Tom Daly.
Star 3, Thomas Daly, when starting.
Only 14 years old, but already considered one of the very best high divers in the world.
Wow. My goodness me. There was virtually no splashback at all. That was amazing.
After the competition, which true to form Tom won, I get a chance to meet him.
You're not scared of heights?
I still find it really scary up there, but you kind of get used to it.
Do you really?
Yeah.
You still get a bit scared?
Yeah.
Because that's a long way down, isn't it?
Yes. You hit the water at 34 miles per hour.
34 miles per hour.
So if you get it wrong, it's not a very nice place to be.
I'm a lot heavier than you know. I'm probably falling a bit quicker, maybe. The whole idea I find terrifying. I love watching it. It's amazing to watch.
Yeah.
I could watch you all night. Just, it's amazing.
Can you picture yourself up on
No.
that?
Well, yes, I can. I can picture myself up on that 10-metre board looking over the edge going, forget that, and coming back down again. I can picture myself doing that. But going off of it, no, I can't. Just seeing the divers up there was enough to get my heart beating. So I'm doing this weird thing with my hands because I'm nervous. So I'm grinding my thumb into the palm of my opposite hand. Because just the notion of it, just the idea, is terrifying.
And there's something else making me grind my thumb into my hand even more. Some diving injury anecdotes I heard tonight.
They told me a couple of horror stories. Someone that landed face first and had temporary blindness, was blind for about 3 days, right? That's off-putting.
Stop doing that.
Sorry, I don't normally do that.
I've never seen you do that before.
No.
What was the other horror story?
I kind of blanked that one out.
You blacked out?
Yeah, I sort of blacked out. I was still struggling with the temporary blindness. Oh, yeah. Oh, no, I do remember, actually. She landed on her back and she was coughing up blood.
Coming up, the diving tower beckons.
It's me for wobbling. It's not just me.
It's time to get airborne. I'm on a mission to become a high diver, but so far, I haven't even looked over the edge of the high board, let alone hurled myself off it in a pair of trunks. But every journey starts with a single step, and I've taken just a couple across Bristol to Kingswood Leisure Centre. It used to be called Soundwell Swimming Baths, and as a child, I used to come here with my dad.
Now, that's the one I went off. I've been off that board, and my dad was sat up there in those blue seats, watching me, and I didn't go off the spring, but I went off the side. I went off the 3-metre platform to please my dad, and he was sat probably in that front row, just on the end, going, "Go on, Just, like, you can do it. Go on."
Me and high diving aren't natural friends, and there's a very good reason why.
There's a height issue.
Is there?
Yeah.
What's the height issue?
Well, I'm scared of heights. This is a long way down. I don't like the height, and I know that if you hit the surface of the water wrong, that's going to hurt.
As a kid, my mates and I would climb the diving tower for just one reason.
We would, climb these boards all the way to the top and shit each other up. But none of us had the guts to go off. None of us. I've not been up here for years. Honestly, I was a kid the last time I came up here with my friends. Oh, shit. Oh, man. Yeah, it seems a lot higher than 5 metres. Do you feel wobbly? Does it make you feel wobbly? It's not just me. Yeah, not just me.
I decide to stick to swimming for today. My high diving mission gives me the frights.
I've got to bring myself to go off of that for the first time in my life before I even start considering going off of a platform which is twice as high. That's absurd.
I'm crossing the Peak District on my way to Sheffield, home to someone who'll be my diving instructor and mentor. I arrive at Ponds Forge International Sports Centre, an Olympic standard facility where the GB dive team train. I'm here to meet Leon Taylor, an ex-high diver. He won an Olympic silver medal in his day, who has kindly agreed to train me.
Literally a launch pad, isn't it?
Yeah. It actually looks higher than 10. It looks higher.
Yeah, it does. It's much higher.
For the next 2 days, this will be my home. I'll be studying an introduction to high diving. And what better place to start than 10 metres up, 34 feet and 6 whole inches up. It's just high. That's what it is.
It always feels completely different when you're up here.
Yeah, it seems even higher.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm going to go to the edge. Yeah, can you stand to the side of me?
Yeah, sorry.
Because anyone behind me, it's I'm a kid again.
Yeah.
Anyone behind me, I'm going back to
you feel it,
top
yeah.
board at Soundwell,
Yeah,
saved
you've
your
got an
life.
anchor, yeah.
I can't have anyone behind me.
That's it, you're perfectly safe.
Oh, man, I can't breathe.
Yeah.
I can't breathe.
Slowly breathing down in through the nose, out through your mouth.
I've got really bad pins and needles in my fingers and in my hands. Is that normal?
You've got blood rushing around your body. It's going to make your body feel uncomfortable.
Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah, just put one foot on the end like mine is.
No, I can't, Leo. I feel like I'm going to pass out. That's how I feel. Oh, my goodness me.
It's intense, isn't it?
Yeah. I want to go off it.
Yeah.
I honestly don't feel like I ever will be able to.
Okay.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
I can't see myself going off of it, Leon. I really can.
Yeah.
I can't see it happening.
Yeah. Well, the good thing is there's absolutely no pressure for you to go off it. What we're going to do is we're going to build up your confidence to a point where there's a choice, and that choice will be, can I go off it? And if the answer for me is yes, and you're perfectly safe and skilled to go off it, then it's down to you, and then it's the mental battle. You're perfectly safe.
Oh, that feels horrible. Yeah.
If you do overcome, any of these progress, it's just going to be such a massive achievement because, you're clearly, not comfortable at heights.
Did you ever have the fear?
Yeah, I suppose when you're younger, it's ignorance is bliss. I never knew how much it was going to hurt if it went wrong until it did go wrong. Unfortunately for me, that didn't happen until I was nearly 11. I got disorientated to where I was, and I landed completely flat like that on my back. So basically, like in a starfish, and just this sensation of bang! And then as I came up, I was like, oh, what happened there? Like my vision went white, and then all the blood rushed to my skin, and I was in the most amount of pain I'd ever been in. And I lost my confidence for about a year.
The so-called dry area is where we begin. As the best divers in the country practice around me, getting ready for London 2012, Leon tests my aerial awareness, or at least checks to see if I've got any at all.
Toes are pointing into the bed, so you're just generating a little bit more height. And again. Excellent.
But before long, we're poolside and I'm in trunks. Every diver has to start from a height they feel comfortable with. I start from no height whatsoever. My progress watched over by Leon and Adam, a GB dive team coach. I'm taking baby steps up the high diving ladder. From a metre up, the world already looks like a different place.
1, 2, 3, go.
With every step up the diving tower, now up to 3 metres, I feel the need for a reassuring chat.
So I'm going to go to the end, listen to Leon's voice, and as soon as I hear go, I'm going to leap off. OK. OK, toes on the end, arms above your head. Chin up. And 3, 2, 1, off you go.
You probably wouldn't have heard it, but about halfway down, I went, ooh.
Straight in, straight off, no messing about. Followed the instructions, and I could see that was an exhilarating time for you.
Yeah, well, my heart is still going.
I know.
90 to the dozen.
Yeah. 3, 2, 1, go.
When I get it right, I feel no pain. But when I get it wrong, tipping too far forward or too far back, the water lets me know.
Got in the neck, it's a little bit that way. It's tough love, because the water wants you to do well. Slap, take that, do it again. I'm going to keep on slapping you until you get it right. And then sometimes, even after you've got it right, I'm going to slap you again. Just as a reminder. Sorry, shit. Sorry.
Go. OK, you're ready now. You're ready to go up to the 5 metre. Are you ready to go off the 5 metre? You've got a choice. You either go off the 3 metre again, then you go to the 5 metre, or we go to the 5 metre now. OK, great stuff. Let's head up. Everything keeping exactly the same, and then you're just in the air for a split second longer. That's the only difference. OK, chin up, arms above your head. And 1, 2, 3, go.
It feels longer than a split second.
Yeah, OK.
If I'm going to do it, and obviously I just did it, I can't think about it. That's obviously what I've learned from that. I can't think about it. I go.
When Leon says jump, I jump.
I feel so safe with him. So when he's up there with me and I hear his voice, he says, right, arms up, feet together, 1, 2, 3, and I go. I just do it. I don't think about it. That's the thing. I've got complete faith and confidence in him. And that's the key. I've got total faith and confidence in him.
He puts all his trust in me, and that means that I can actually get him to try things which he doesn't actually believe yet that he can do, and it's just that little bit outside of his head, to go, oh, I don't really, you can see him there going, oh no, no, and I can, really encourage him.
I feel comfortable at the moment, but going above 5 is... That's the thing that terrifies me.
Up on the 10-metre board, I enjoy a high diver's lunch, a banana, before we're back to work.
Fancy going head first? Good. I thought so. Instead of doing a dive, you're going to just do a line up. So you line up into the water.
And roll off.
Yeah, roll into the water. So your hands hit first, and then your feet stretch up like that.
The best dives make no splash whatsoever. This is not one of those. I try again, and again, and again.
You missed me that time. That was good.
And before long, it's time to go up a height. First, to the 1 metre springboard.
So it's exactly the same, bending forward from the hips, up onto the toes, and then stretch forward. Remember the hands, do not move them out, just keep them fixed, and then you're going in that hole. So you want to go in the same line. And off you go. Up onto the toes, squeeze, squeeze. That's absolutely perfect. You just did exactly what I asked you to do.
Now that I'm diving head first, the step up from the 1 metre to the 3 metre board feels like an altogether scarier jump.
Toes right on the end, and keep stretching. 1, 2, 3, go. Stretch. How do you feel?
Okay.
Good.
I took a bit in the chest.
yeah, okay. That's good. What happened is you just hit the water and just let it take you that way.
Right.
So you just need to follow it round. One more.
One more.
Stretch, stretch, stretch.
Next day, and Leon works me hard, doing endless jumps and lineups. At the end of 2 days of intensive training, Leon has a special treat for me. The chance to jump off the 7.5 metre board.
Ready? And 3, 2, 1, off you go. Yay! Well done. I know, I can see. I can see. Yeah? Yeah. Yeah. But you did it though.
There are two things going on. There's a sense of achievement about going high and jumping off of a 7.5 metre board, but the biggest achievement is actually pulling off a proper dive. Maybe 20 years ago or more, 25 even, if I'd have just taken it up, kept at it after going off the 3 with my dad watching, maybe. Who knows?
A few days later, I'm at home, but still in training. Leon's given me a sheet of stretches to do. Divers are all about flexibility, and Arch is on hand to provide some musical accompaniment.
All right, you play, I'll stretch. Sitting T. Squeeze arms tight to head. Shall I show you how to do the dish?
Yeah.
Right, this is the dish, okay, ready? That's right, I'll tell you what. Right, I've got to hold it for 10 seconds, so if I do the dish, will you count to 10 for me, Arch?
No,
Why not?
because I don't.
Well, I need someone to count to 10.
Oh, sorry, I don't want to.
Okay, fair enough. Oh, my goodness me. I think I'm done with the dish. The arch. All right, bucket. Oh, that's called the arch. Maybe I should do the sitting pike shape now. Feel it, but don't feel it hurt. All the way down there. Just the hamstrings.
Dad,
Yeah.
guess what I got?
What
My
have you got?
own list of exercises.
You've got a list?
Yeah,
Who made your list?
I did it by myself.
Really?
Yeah.
What exercises? Well, let's do your list then. What have we got? What's the first thing?
The tree, the satellite, the windowsill, the tree, and the plate.
Tree, satellite, windowsill, tree, plate.
Yeah.
Right, let's start with the tree then.
And now we should do the satellite.
Okay, how do I do the satellite?
You stand tall,
Yeah,
go into space.
yeah,
Pretend we're into space.
yeah.
And
Then what?
put your hands out like wings.
Okay.
There you go. How's that? How long do I hold them for?
That's like this. That's like this.
How long do we count for?
You do it like this.
Sorry, like that?
Yeah.
How long do we hold that for?
You count it 3. 1, 2, 3.
Okay. What's next? The windowsill?
Yeah. You like that like this.
On my side?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And do this.
Do what?
That.
How long do we let this for? Is that it?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Like this. Sorry, Harv, I can't play now. I'm exercising.
I'd much prefer Archie's list, I have to say. High five. Diving is now a big chunk of my life. When I'm in Bristol, I dive at Kingswood Leisure Centre. And when I'm back in Sheffield, Leon has me trying ever more advanced dives from ever more advanced heights. I now have only 5 days more training before the FINA Grand Prix.
The strangest thing, it's looking at you two as I'm falling. That's the weirdest thing.
Going backwards is terrifying enough. Doing a forward dive with tuck isn't easy either. It turns out the diver's lot is a painful one.
Found a level though with a reverse tuck. That's hard.
Oh, fuck me. That was the guts, that's all.
Coming up, with the competition only days away, Leon introduces me to somersaults. And I'm up on the 10-metre board again.
You can do this. You can do this.
I only have a few more days high diving training before I dive at the FINA Grand Prix. Up to now, progress has mostly been slow, but in one respect at least, I'm coming on leaps and bounds. I needed to lose weight to be able to high dive, and I don't need to step on the scales to know that I have. Next day, and I'm now professionally dressed.
They're not the most comfortable swim attire.
No.
I do prefer a board short or some trunks.
Yeah, but when you're hurtling towards the water, you've got to keep everything in its place, haven't you?
The training session gets underway. Jumps from the 5 don't terrify me now. And even from the 7, I can hold it together. But unbeknownst to me, Leon has a plan. A plan that involves the 10-metre platform.
Skill transfer from 5 to 7 was perfect. And it'll be the same from here to there.
The first time I came up here, my fingers went numb and I almost passed out. The second time, all I could do was sit and eat a banana. This is only the 3rd time I've been up here at all.
Now you can do this. The only reason you're coming up here is you can do this. Same process to the end. Chin up, arms up, listen to my voice, 1, 2, 3, go. And that's it. Then you'll be in the water. Let's do this. Yeah, no, 2.5 metres. It's the same from 7. No, don't overthink it. The process is there, the skill's there. You can do this. You can do this. And this is what you want to do. You can do this. This can be done. OK, let's go through. I'll walk to the end with you, right to the end, and then we're going to go through the process quickly, and then you'll be off. Stiff all the way. You can do this. Let's do it. Exactly the same. Toes right on the end. Toes right on the end. You can do this. Toes right on the end. That's it. Perfect. Toes right on the end. Exactly the same as 7 metre. Arms above your head. Arms above your head. Chin up. That's it. Arms above your head. And 1, 2, 3, go. Yes! Get in! Woo! Yeah!
That's the scariest thing I've ever done
I
in my
know,
life, Leon.
I know. I am so proud of you. I'm so proud. Stay in the water, that's perfect.
That's the scariest thing I've ever done in my life.
I know. But if I told you that was the scariest thing you were going to do in your life, you wouldn't have gone. Having taken you up there on the first time and saw how uncomfortable you are at great heights, you hadn't even put your feet on the edge until earlier. In fact, you hadn't really been to the edge until then.
That was on an iPad, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was on an iPad.
Yeah. I could not have done that without Leon. I would not have done that. I would have backed out. I would have backed out. There's no question I would have gone back. Because I was on the verge of a panic attack. I was actually on the verge of a panic attack.
That's it, you've been off the 10-metre board. There's no board here higher than that.
It's the perfect start to my day.
1, 2,
And no sooner have I done a few lineups off the 5-metre board, up to now the highest I've dived headfirst from, Leon's got another plan.
3 in a row, absolutely perfect.
By the time I get back up to the 5-metre board, he's walked up to the 7.5 metre. Nothing is said, but everything is understood. Leon thinks I can dive from higher, and who am I to disagree?
Straight to the end. Toes right on the end for me. Toes on the end. That's it. Arms up. Arms up. And bend forwards. And stretch. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, go. Yeah, easy!
Yeah?
Amazing.
It felt good.
Yeah!
Was it good?
Yes!
I want to keep doing it so it gets to the stage where it just feels like nothing. Well, you can tell I'm jazzed because I'm talking like a Gatling gun, you know, but yeah, it's all...
You're seizing the moment, aren't you?
I really
You're
am.
riding a bit of a wave.
I really
Yeah,
am.
yeah.
I've caught one.
Yeah.
Gonna do that again.
Leon keeps me lining up from the 7.5 metre, and it's in the wrists that I feel it most.
That's the only part of my body where I'm feeling it.
Yeah.
It's just my wrists, because you really take a slam on your wrists as you go in. But that's good though, better your wrists than your face.
There's no reason why he isn't capable of going from the 10 metre. So whether it's today or whether it's tomorrow, we shall wait and see. But he can do it.
It's the most intensive day of training I've done so far, dive after dive. Lunch is a dry ham sandwich and yet another banana, and then it's back to the tower.
So on this one, you're going to go up and into the tuck. You're going to really kill it. You're not going to lean and go forward. You're going to go up and into the tuck. Okay? Yeah. Ready? And 1, 2, 3, go. Go. Stretch, 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 stretch. What I am conscious of that his wrists are going to be hurting, his shoulders are going to be sore. Yeah, he's going to really feel it, certainly tomorrow.
I'm knackered, but high on diving.
1, 2, 3, go. Stretch, 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 stretch.
And as the session ends, I break even more new ground with a forward dive with tuck off the 7.5 metre board.
3, go. Ooh. Line up on the 7, jump from the 10, and the tuck dive from the 7.
I've loved it today.
Loved it today. Me too.
It's a good day.
High diving and I are becoming friends. It's terrifying, but it's self-empowering too.
It's me and that's it. It's me against me. And that's really good. It literally falls on my shoulders. That's what I really like about it. I don't have a partner, you know, there's no one doing this with me. I have a mentor, I have Leon. You know, Leon takes me to the edge, but he doesn't go over it. I do. I can actually do all right in the competition. That's the thing. I could actually do all right and score quite well.
Although today's been a success, I'm aware that tomorrow I start somersault training. I've never even attempted a somersault before, and just the idea of it stresses me out.
It's getting over that. I don't think I'm going to be able to do it. Come on, you bastard. You literally have to throw yourself into it, Will. And it's doing that. It's going, right, okay, I'm going to flip myself over. I'm going to flip my body around 360 degrees. I don't even like that sensation when I've been on, like, the Thunder Looper at Alton Towers, which I don't think they have anymore. I went on that with Paul Gammon. First time I went to Alton Towers, I went on the Thunder Loop, I got a nosebleed. It's just certain words just stop me dead in my tracks when we talk about it, you know?
somersault. I mean, you saw that girl today running, taking a run up and somersaulting off of the end of that 5-metre platform. I can't ever imagine doing that.
Next morning, and somersault training begins, initially in the dry area, held in a harness above a trampoline.
Go. Hey! 1, 2, and go. I'm upside down. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm all right.
There's also the option of a harness at the pool, but I choose not to wear it. It's uncomfortable, and Leon's happy for me to dive without it. It does mean, however, I'm now more at the mercy of the water.
I kind of lost some cuts along my bottom lip, I think, because I'm going like that as I go in.
Oh, yeah. What bracing yourself for the
Yeah,
impact?
because your face is just going to go, into the water. It's only from 1 metre, so I mean, if you take a hit, it's not going to be that bad. If you, go in face first off the 3, it's going to hurt.
You are capable of doing the 1.5. It's perfectly within your skill capability.
We head to the 3-metre springboard for an attempt at my most ambitious dive so far.
So it's that first bit that you've done over there, and then as you come out, I'm going to go, whoop, okay, and then you just let go and stretch out at the bubbles, and they're going to protect you. So in you go. So this takeoff needs to be exactly the same as it was over there, and you'll be fine. Let's do it.
The dive is 1.5 somersaults in the tuck position before going in head first.
And off you go.
That was face, guts,
Yeah,
everything.
yeah, it was. The rotation was slow, and so you didn't have enough to get round. So as you came out, you just dropped like a stone.
I'm now further outside my comfort zone than I've ever been before.
No, I'm not nowhere near that. Don't like that.
Don't like it.
I'm going to do it again now.
Okay.
Okay, in your own time.
I think it was head first.
It was head first, yeah.
That's hard. And my arms are still shaking. My shoulders down to my hands are still shaking. I find that scary. That's scary.
They're shaking with fear, not the physicality of the hip.
It's probably everything. Probably the physicality of it, the impact, the fear, everything, the adrenaline, everything, all of those things. And they're shaking. And I just feel like pulling myself out of this water just yet. Just gonna sit here for a little bit. It was getting back up there after that hard fall.
Yeah, that was quite literally the worst one you've had forward.
Yeah, that was all the way down my front, from the top of my head right down to my belly. Just my face, my chest, my stomach, whack. That might have been the end of the session.
But it isn't the end. In the afternoon, Leon and I work on the dive I'll do at the FINA competition in a few days' time. A forward with tuck from the 5-metre board. The hits keep coming, but initially at least, all is well.
All the way, and then just a little bit of drift, which caused that splash at the bottom.
But then I try it one more time.
1, 2, 3, go. Oh! You hurt your ear? Hurt your right ear.
You all right?
Yeah, I just felt my right ear go on that one.
Really?
Yeah. It's the worst thing that could have possibly happened. It's a perforated right eardrum.
Perforated?
Perforated right eardrum. No diving for 6 weeks. No diving or water-based activities of any kind for 6 weeks.
So you're not going to be able to dive
No.
in the FINA Grand Prix?
No. It's the worst thing that could have happened. It's actually the worst. I might as well have broken my wrist.
How do you feel?
Shitty. I feel shitty.
Got the phone call to confirm what had happened, and then they just sank. I mean, because I know how hard Justin had worked, and I know how much this has knocked his confidence. And what I've done from the beginning as a mentor is hit him hard with the confidence, boost him up, override those fears that he had, and just get him to a point where he trusted me that much that, he could do it, he'd go off, And now I can see, he's like a wounded animal.
I don't want to do it anymore. Is the honest answer. I actually don't want to do it anymore.
Several days later, and it's the FINA Grand Prix, held at Ponds Forge itself, the event I should have been diving at. I cut a forlorn figure watching from the stands.
I should have my speedos on right now, and I should be diving, I should be doing it. There's a certain amount of confidence which has now left me, which has now escaped. Someone asked me a couple of weeks ago, after a diving session, someone said to me, "Do you feel brave? Do you feel brave?" And my honest answer was, no, I don't. I don't feel brave. Even though, jumping off the 10 and doing things that I never thought I'd do, I don't feel brave. Nothing I've done so far feels particularly brave. But I tell you what, if I can go back to it and pick up where I left off before I did this, I will feel brave. I will feel brave.
Coming up, I missed FINA, but all is not lost when another competition is arranged. Now all I have to do is bring myself to dive once more.
There's a chance that I actually won't be able to do it. That I actually won't be able to throw myself off.
My perforated eardrum meant I missed out on diving at the FINA Grand Prix event. 6 weeks later, the doctor has given me the all clear, up to a point.
The eardrum has healed. He said, I don't want to say that there's a weakness there, but let's call it a tendency.
There aren't any other competitions for me to dive at, so with Leon's help, we've set up our own, to be held at Kingswood Leisure Centre later today. There is no guarantee my eardrum will hold up though, so my doctor has given me specific instructions.
He said, if anything happens, or even if you think that something may have happened, if you just don't feel right, then stop. Please stop. I need to do it though. I need to do it. It's just going to be a mental hurdle that I have to leap every single time I do it.
With just 2 hours until the competition, I meet up with Leon for the first time since the accident. We need to check it's safe for me to dive.
That's good. Put your trunks on and find that smile. Smile in your...
Trunks on. Trunks on and start. Get going. Yeah.
He's at his lowest point now. He's had the adversity, it's been and gone now, and it's how you come back from that.
Really feel weird about this.
Yeah.
Just jump into
I haven't been underwater for 6 weeks, but I've got to test my eardrum.
I'm clearly nervous about it.
I can see that, and I can understand, and it's a case of going, okay, well, I'm going to go through the process and see, how far I can get, and if it starts to get worse to the point where, hit the danger zone, then you have to walk away.
But the only way to really test my eardrum is to dive.
Yeah, right.
Happy?
Yeah.
Good. Okay. Toes on the end. Remember last time when you're up here, the more you stand here, the more you think it's, that's it. So it's toes on the end, bend forwards, and off you go.
It's not the height this time, though.
Okay. No, that's fair enough, but it's still the same principle, because the more thinking you do, it just puts the brakes on, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's just a case of getting it off and then going, okay, what happened there? Oh, I'm fine, look at that, great. And then back up.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Let's go for it. So, toes right on the end. Arms up. Excellent. Going forward from the waist.
And 1, 2, 3, go. Okay?
Yeah.
Good.
I feel all right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah.
That's you back on the horse now.
Yeah.
Well done. So now you need to just relax and enjoy the moment.
Yeah.
An hour later, crowds are gathering for the Kingswood Invitational Diving Cup. Leon and Adam have found 4 other high divers for me to compete against, all of a similar standard to mine. And in the crowd are Karen and the boys, and my dad too. This is a chance for him to relive the dive I did as a boy in this very place all those years ago.
I used to force him in anything. I was at her saying, just for Christ's sake, jump off the bleeding board. And he didn't jump off them. He was frightened. Our Justin was trying to prove to his dad he won't give in.
And he obviously did the 3 metre,
Yeah.
not because he wanted to, but just because he thought...
My dad.
Yeah.
I get to say a little bit. One nice words.
The competition starts in 5 minutes.
The nice thing is I've got competitive nerves and I'm no longer concerned about my ear exploding. Yeah, that's good. I'll take that. I'll take competitive nerves any day of the week.
The first of 3 rounds gets underway. A forward with tuck off the 3 metre board.
So it's going to call your name when that whistle goes. Just walk to the end.
Not a bad start from Adam.
My opening dive scores 19.0, leaving me in 4th place. In the second round, a back fall off the 3 metre, Peter Taylor opens up a healthy lead. But when Adam Tanner, currently in 3rd place, goes in a little short of vertical, it's down to me to seize the moment. It's the final round. Adam Tanner and I are still locked in a battle for 3rd spot. I need to score at least 21 points with my last dive to hold on to 3rd place.
Finish there for Justin. I think he'll be very happy with that one. An 8 up there, well done. 7.5, all from all the other judges. Great 5 up dive for Justin.
I am officially 3rd place at the Kingswood Invitational Diving Competition 2009.
Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. I can't believe it, just can't believe it. The kids were loving it as well. They were loving it.
Just being here is so close to home and looking across at my dad. You know?
He said he's so committed to what he does. It's got to be right, not watch a TV show. If I don't win, sort like yours. He goes in to win.
The fact that he came 3rd, whatever, that didn't matter. The fact that he was on the boards, he competed, he did his dives and he loves it again. That was it for me.
The highlight of this journey, I would say, Leon Taylor. I trust him and I've never lost the trust for him. He's been wonderful. He's been absolutely wonderful.
Staying with steady, controlled, graceful movement, Justin's next mission sees him take to the ballroom floor next Thursday at 10 here on Sky One. And a quick reminder that Grease, the school musical, is coming to town. Which school is going to get a rather large surprise when Duncan James walks in the Assembly Hall? Find out Sunday at 7 on Sky One and Sky One HD. Next Fringe.